Hi everybody, it's April 14th. This is week 8, video 7, and so far so good still. That's always a good thing. I wanted to say thank you to everybody for, following and being subscribers to the site. And I do want to also mention that I did put up a new video, or not a video, a Facebook page. And I've got a lot of people asking me why I did the page, and it's because everybody is emailing me and messaging me on my Facebook, but I can't remember everything that everybody's saying to give it to you guys in the video, which my videos would be forever long, and we don't want that now, do we? I mean, there's other things to do than be sitting here watching me. So, but I did want you to know that the page, I did it because I wanted, so everybody who's doing it, they can go on the site and they can talk to other people, and they can also see that what they're taking. You can also see that what their results are for the week. And I did ask everybody. You don't have to if you don't want to. I can totally understand. I was asking if you guys want to send me pictures of yourself in a message, and then I'm starting a folder on the page, which is called Where I Got My Garcinia Cambogia Extract by Stephanie Szmuc. When you get on the page, there will be a folder. It's called Before and After Photos. So, and when people, you start to have good results, and you want to brag, you want to say, yeah, look at this, this is what I did, I feel so awesome, this is great, pats, kudos to me on the back. So if you want to send me the picture, so not only that I can see, but everybody else can see your before and after progress as you go along, that would be great. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I mean, I can understand. I'm not a TV person, and here I am, weeks down the line still doing these videos, and I'm not a person to do this. So as you see, all my videos from my page are all about my animals. I love my animals. So for me to be here and doing this, sitting in front of you guys and talking, is not my normal. I'm not a speaker, as you can tell. I use a lot because yeah, I'm not good at speaking. So but I did this because I get that question a lot. Well, why did you do it? Because I mean, quite frankly, I got pissed that I couldn't find nothing on the internet. As our society and economy today, everything is on the internet, and God forbid when the cloud comes out, Jesus. But everything's out there on the internet, so I was really, really shocked that I couldn't find anything. So I did this page and started doing these videos and documentary because I wanted somebody else who was like me to be able to find something that felt real, something that you could connect to and be like, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So that's what I did. And all the testimonials, well, out of the few that I found, were just very commercialized. They were, to me, they felt like they were being paid by the companies and whatnot, or they were real skinny. Not that you skinny girls out there who want to lose, that it's a bad thing, but for somebody who like me, who's obese, that wants to lose, I'm not going to buy a product from somebody who's already a size 2 promoting that she lost 20 pounds. And I'm like, where? So anyway, that's why I started doing these. And I got the videos, and then on Facebook, I have the new page, and it's called Where I Got My Garcinia Cambogia Extract by Stephanie Szmuc. If you're on Facebook, all you gotta do is go up to the top search window and type that in, and it should come up underneath. But Facebook is Facebook, so if you're having a hard time, let me know, send me a message, and I'll send you a personal invite. But I think once you hit like on the page, you should automatically be linked to where it's on your page. But since I'm not on your page and I'm only on my page, I don't know what it is you see and what, compared to what I see. Because what I see on the page, since I'm the administrator to it, I don't see how it is laid out for you guys. And the only other Facebook pages I have access to are my kids, and they're under the age. So, and I have it blocked for anybody that's not 18 and over. So if you're not 18, don't try to get on the page, because you can't. If you're seriously thinking about losing weight, or if you have issues and you want to lose weight, I suggest you go to your doctor and try to go about losing the weight that way. I seriously don't think this is something for a child to be trying to mess with. And if you are, where's your parents? Anyway, So, but that's the page. So if you want to go check it out, you can. And then just hit the like and you'll be linked to it. Now, for the results, this week is still good. Not awesome, but still good. You know, anything is better than nothing. It was 2 pounds and 2.5 inches. It was 2 pounds I lost, and a ½ inch off each arm, and then an inch off of my chest. Hate that, but okay. Anyway, moving on. A ½ inch off my waist and a ½ inch off the hip. So I'm really psyched about the hips going down, because there's usually like the ones that never want to move, because of course you got the junk in the trunk, and then you got the belly pooch, and it's all right there around the thighs. So it's just like, that's just a bad, that's a, you know, it's a zone you don't want to go into. And then nothing off the legs, which is okay. I mean, I can work on that eventually, but that's one thing. So you know, for grand total so far, since this is week 8, this has been 2 months since I've been on it, that's a total of 16 pounds and 11.5 inches. So that's 8 pounds a month. That's freaking awesome, man. And all naturally. I mean, granted, I am working out 3 days a week. When I don't work, I work out, and I only work out for an hour and a half to the Hip Hop Abs from Shaun T, because I love them. I just love the videos. And some people are like, well, it's the same thing over. You know what? But I love it. To me, it's like I'm dancing in the club. I'm just having fun, and I love it. So it doesn't bother me that maybe some of the routines are the same, because it does work you out. You sweat, and I'm not really a sweater, but I sweat. So I know it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So that's a good thing. But I do work out, you know, the days that I'm not at work. So I work out 3 days, I work 3 days, and then I just have one day, like, you know, my off day. I just have one day that I don't do anything. I just lay around and be lazy. So considering that's 8 pounds a month, and I haven't changed my diet, although I cut out pop, but I haven't had pop since, I mean, a long time, probably like 3 months now. So I'm surprised I haven't, you know, cheated a little. So, well, I have. I shouldn't say that, because like if I'm out, if we're out riding around and I forgot to bring my water and I need to take my pills before we're gonna go eat or whatever, and my husband has Mountain Dew, I'll drink his Mountain Dew to take my pills, but at least I'm doing it to take my pills. It's not like I sit there and drink the whole can or half the can or the bottle or whatever. I don't do that. So I guess it's not actually cheating, but and so for me, I'm looking at it like in the long run, it's good. And I can tell, I've noticed in the mirror, remember how I kept telling everybody's like, oh, we could see it in your face, and I kept saying I can't. Well, I can now. I noticed I can feel my jaw lines. I mean, my jaw lines actually starting to come in through my face. I can feel it. There's not, because I used to always go like this, you know. Oh God, only if I was like that again. How does that look, you know? Trying to get rid of this. So I'm glad that my chin's starting to come into definition. I can feel my cheekbones again. There's not just all that fat hanging there. And the one thing I've really noticed is my eyes. Like when I put on my eyeliner or my eyeshadows or whatever, before, I don't know if I can even replicate it. It was like, okay, hold on, bear with me. Kind of like that. I don't know if you like in the first video, it was like my eyes really hung low. You couldn't see that curve around my eyes, but now you could actually see the line on my eyes. So when I put on my eyeshadow in that, I can actually define a different color from the top, and you'd be able to see them. So to me, that's, I mean, it's only my eyebrow or my eye, but it's something little that I notice. It's like, holy crap, I can see my eyes again. Oh, you know, it's not like, oh, I can't even do it again. Hold on. Like that. You know, it's like I don't have that deep eyebrow, that poofy. I don't have that no more. So that's something that I noticed. So I'm good. And then on my belt, I did, since I've been doing this, I've gone down two pant sizes. I originally started off in a 22, and now I'm into an 18. And I'm still in an 18, but then I haven't gone shopping either. And I noticed my clothes are fitting more looser, so I might even be in maybe possibly a 16. I just haven't gone shopping to see. But I did notice my belt that I wear, because I used to wear a belt because I was so fat that all the fat would pull the pants down, so you were constantly pulling it up because it would roll over the hip, or, you know, they didn't sit right. Well, then now it's become to where I'm wearing my belt because they're always falling down. So I'm constantly still pulling them up, but for a different reason. So, but I did notice on my belt, I used to use the very first hole, and now I've moved back actually 3 notches on the hole. So I'm the 4th hole over on my belt, and I only have 1 more hole to go. So I'm like, ooh, then, you know, that's like exciting. And I don't know if I ever said my starting weight, but I'm like so excited because of 2 more pounds. But it dawned on me when I wrote down my weight on the pad that I'm at 206. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm 6 pounds away from being, or well, be 7 pounds away from being under 200. That's like a big goal for me because I haven't been there in years. So it's like, just to reach that, I'm tickled pink. I'm like, sorry. It's been good, sorry. Okay, I gotta get a hold of myself. Okay, people, reality. So excited. God, I sound like Mickey Mouse. Okay, get it together, get it together. Yes, so excited just to see that goal and to get there. You know, it's so long, and I've done so many diets, so many scams, so many, excuse expression, bullshit, wasted money and things I tried and they didn't work. And to think a pill that you just take, and grant, I take 9. And some of you have pills out there that I don't know a lot about, like the chrome, and some of you have pills out there that have other things in it that I don't know a lot about, but you're getting a result, so they can't be bad. And I know one girl who is got a lot of ingredients in hers, and she's got a lot of conditions, health conditions, but the things that are in her pill are strongly working for her in the most positive ways. Like for, okay guys, you might want to close your ears, this kind of gets a little gross. She had a tumor on the brain since she was a little girl, and she couldn't have a menstrual cycle, and she had to go to the doctor to get pills to help regulate her, to help her body go through its change, and to help the process of her having her cycle. And the other day she called me, and she was so tickled pink, hysterically. She said she was crying. I didn't hear it in her voice, but she said she was crying. And she started to tell me, I just had my period. And I'm thinking, why do I want to know this? This is like TMI, but you know, I'm like, okay, so I was just listening. And then she started to tell me about the tumor in her brain, how she had to go and get medication and all this. And she actually had stopped the medication because it was giving her so much pain. She was in pain every single day, 24/7. And so she had to stop the medication. So for the longest time, she wasn't even having cycles, and she was real moody, depressed. She had anxiety because her body was not physically going through what it needs to do to flush the system. And she's only been on Garcinia 3 weeks now, and she called me so excited because she had her first menstrual cycle all on her own, no medication, no nothing. So to her, it was started off with the weight, but she doesn't have the anxiety anymore. She says she's feeling awesome. She doesn't feel depressed. And now that she's having her cycles, she says, I'm up at 6 a.m. I'm doing the stuff that I need to do. It's just, she goes, it's crazy. I never would have thought. And so, I mean, even though Dr. Oz said that it should only have calcium, potassium, and then the Garcinia in it, Some of them have the gelatin, the citric acid, and then some have, what was the other one? You know, like the chrome. So, I mean, there's a lot of things, and anybody who's got brands that aren't posted in the folder on the new Garcinia page, if you have a bottle and you notice I don't have a picture of it, send me a picture. Send me a picture in a message so that way I can put it up there. That way, for people who start to want to start this, and on the websites they don't show you all the bottles, like the front, they might show you the front, and even the front sometimes isn't clear enough for you to actually see. Send me pictures, and then you could go on the site and see it, and then that way you can compare before you buy. Or if you're taking a brand and maybe it's not working for you, maybe you want one with chrome, you can go and look at them that way too. So, you know, it could work out for both ways. So that's a good thing. And so I want everybody to know that, you know, just check out the page. You can look and you know, because like me sitting here telling you everything is one thing. You could think I'm lying. You could, you know, you might believe me, you might not. But if you go on the page and you see everybody else's name, you know, and they're telling you where they're from and what they're on, what they're doing, how they're progressing, and there's also, and people on the site there, you can't post, but you can comment. But there are 5 posts. The first one was just to introduce you guys, and all you guys got real excited and you started posting underneath it, which is fine, great. I'm excited. But if you scroll down, the next post said, new to this site, tell us who you are, you know, where you're from and what you're taking. And then the next post under that said weekly weigh-in. So when you weigh yourself and you have your results, put your results under there, so that way everybody who wants to, who is checking in, just wants to see progress, they don't have to go to the very top one and read everybody's statements. If they're tracking, like, say if you get to be friends with somebody and you want to know just how they're doing, you could just scroll and look for their icon under the weekend weigh-ins and see how they're doing. And then the next one under that, I think, is the one with the frequently asked questions, or frequently asked questions might be second, and then the weigh-ins are underneath it. But then there's another drop-down menu that says if you're having side effects, either good or bad. Most of them so far have been good. The only side effect a lot of people seem to be having is the headaches. But I did read that headaches, sometimes when you're going through a body flush, that your body trying to flush out all the antioxidants and the toxins that are in your body, you can get a headache from that. But usually once you go through that first flushing system, those feelings will subside. And most of the people that were complaining about it said, well, yeah, the first couple days I've just had this major headache, but now I'm okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that's what I read, and it might be. And considering that they're not considering they're not still having those headaches, it seems to be that might be the case. Because I'm not a doctor, you know, I'm not a nutritionist or nothing like that. And I'm a cleaning lady. I just clean apartments and hallways and whatnot. So I don't do anything, you know. I don't have I have, you know, certificates behind me, but none of them that are like that. So, you know, these are things that you can look up and see for yourself on there as well. And then underneath that is like if you're not having any results. Now, not saying that any of you are liars or anything like that, but maybe it's the brand you're taking maybe doesn't work for you. Maybe you need to switch to a different brand, or maybe you misunderstood something or misread something and you're not taking it correctly or taking enough, or maybe you're taking too much. I mean, so there's a spot if you're not having results, and if I ask you questions, just answer them and maybe we can work together and figure out why it isn't working for you, because a lot of people are, I mean, I'm getting way a lot of people that are having results. So I truly believe it does work. I think if it's not working for you, either there's something wrong with you that's blocking it from helping you or working with you, like physically health-wise, or it might be just the brand that you're taking that might not be working with you. I would not honestly say that the brand, you know, that the Garcinia just does not work, because I truly am a sole believer that it does. So that's it about the site. Now, I did have one lady, and I've told you before, if I'm wrong, I'm the first one to say, hey, I'm wrong, and I'll correct it. And I have told you before that fat weighs more, or muscle weighs more than fat. That is a rumor of a saying. It's just a saying, you know, just like they say, I can't even think of another one right now off the top of my head. I'm still over the 6 pound thing. So sorry, I'm trying to stay focused. It is just a saying, but to some extent it is a fact. Okay, people, we're going back to science class. We're going to do a little science project here in a second. Unit by volume, muscle weighs more than fat by volume. And I'm going to give it an example, and I'm going to show you and walk you through so you understand what I'm saying. Okay, now I went to Walmart, got me a little scale, so I'm being all, I don't have a scale for other reasons, people out there, so I went out and bought it today. I'm going to go ahead and do this for you. Let me see if I can get this set up just right. Okay. Alright. Can you see my little scale here? I've got to make sure it's on 0. Okay. I don't know. Is that better? Can you see that? Okay, 0. Alright. Now, well, since I have the cereal in here, hold on. Okay, is that better? Alright, I have the cereal, and this is going to be, man, I'm all off today. Okay, this is replicating your fat. Okay, now this is what fat is, and this is a cup, solid cup. And it moved up to 3 ounces. Okay, 3 ounces of fat. Okay, I'm going to pour that over here. Now this is a cup. This is just straight sugar. Oh, hold on, people. Okay. This is sugar. This is sugar, but we're going to say that this is your muscle. Okay, it's the same cup. And that went up to 10 ounces. So your fat in a cup would weigh, just saying, using this as a stereotype, would weigh 4 ounces. But the same cup of muscle weighs 10 ounces. And the reason why is the units per volume. Now, kind of like feel like Dr. Oz here. I guess this is why he does what he does on his show. I get it now, Dr. Oz. I get it. Oh man, did I make a mess. Okay, so cup of fat, cup of muscle. More units of muscle than there is fat. That's why this old saying goes, muscle weighs more than fat, because muscle is denser than fat. Fat is more fluffy. There's just more of it, and muscle is just so tight and compact and small. So by unit per volume, muscle weighs more if you're talking to equal parts. A cup of muscle, a cup of fat, which one's going to weigh more? For now, a pound of muscle, or a pound of muscle, a pound of fat would be still a pound by scale, but the weight of each one is going to be different. You cannot fight facts or facts. It weighs more by unit by volume, and the demonstration just showed it. And like I said, I'm not a scientist or nothing like that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. But I mean, I did pay attention a little bit in school while I did stay when I did stay up. So I just wanted to let you guys know, I don't want you to think I'm misleading you or that I'm ever lying to you, because if I say something, it's because I truly believed it. And if I read something somewhere that, like, everybody's talking about, well, why did you say you're taking 4,500, but yet you say only take 3,000? Because in Dr. Oz's videos, he had stated that the studies were done on studies that were regular group was at a 1,500 milligram. The weight loss group was at a 3,000 or more for weight loss. And that was by Dr. Oz and Dr. Chan on the video. Now, on Dr. Oz's website, the actual documentation, which his staff is typing and blogging, and they're the ones that are recording it, because we all know Dr. Oz isn't sitting there doing it. He's running the show. He's not the ones taking care of the web page and the websites and all that stuff. So I'm guessing somebody probably said something about something, or maybe they didn't check with their doctor and they started taking the pills and had issues, and of course then they want to blame it on somebody because they want to sue somebody or something. So they probably did that just to cover their own butt. And so that's one reason why I put it up there, you know, because he did say it on the show. If you are going to take 3,000, you need to consult your doctor. And if you're even taking 15 or even 500 or 1,000 and you have health issues, you need to consult with your doctor. Because even though it's all natural and it's healthy, that doesn't mean that those all natural healthy things might not react a certain way to other natural and healthy things that are in your body that are going on. So you just want to be safe. We all want to be skinny. We all want to look good. We all want to, you know, be who we want to be personally to feel good. And I mean, even, and I want to clarify too, when I say skinny, skinny could be 200, skinny could be 100, skinny could be 50 pounds, skinny could be 300 pounds. Whatever you think is skinny for you, that's what skinny is. Don't listen to society saying, oh, well, you have to be in a size 1 to be skinny. Bullshit. It's where you feel good at. And wherever you feel good at and you feel healthy and you can walk around with your head held high, that's your skinny. So don't misconstrue when I say we all want to be skinny. I mean, we want to be skinny for ourselves, how we feel. We want to feel good inside about ourselves. So that's the defining line on skinny. So when you want to be safe about getting there, so don't risk your health. Nothing in the world is risking your health in trying to get somewhere and you risking that. Is it going to be worth getting to your goal and then in a month you're dead? No, it's not. And if it just takes a phone call to the doctor, or even if you do have to go in for a visit because he wants to see it, do it. It'd be well worth it. And then I've had other people talking to me about the cost, and it can get expensive if you're going to be doing the higher doses, especially depending on what brand you get, because some brands only have 60 counts, some have 90 counts, some, you know, and if you have a 90 count but you got to take three capsules to get to 1,000, it doesn't. So I mean, you gotta weigh all that out. You gotta break it down to what is affordable for you, for what pill will, you know, what brand will work for you as well. But it can be expensive. But the way I look at it is, I had insomnia, you know, and my sinuses, and you know, just the depression and all that. It's like these things I'm not buying over-the-counter pills for at Walgreens no more. I'm not buying my sleeping pills. I'm not buying my sinus daily Claritins and all. I'm not buying them no more because I'm not having that issue. So I'm not going into the doctor for my sinuses. So there's a huge bill I'm saving. So I mean, even though me taking 4,500 milligrams a day is going to run me 3 bottles and it's anywhere from 24 to 29 for my particular brand, 90 count, that fluctuates anywhere between 24 to 29 because of demand. So if anywhere between there though, even to say 30 bucks a bottle, that's $90 a month. To me, that's $90 I would have been spending through everything else. And then going to get your hair done, I mean, you still might do those things, but I mean, if you feel good about yourself and you know you can just do all this by yourself, you're not going to spend that money elsewhere, you know. And that's money I look at, I'm saving it here, but I'm spending it here. and it's better for me, and overall I feel good about myself. I'm sleeping better, I'm breathing better, I'm starting to even, you know, I can physically see it in my face. I'm starting to look better. So to me, it's well worth it. You know, if I got to cut out something somewhere along the line, like the kids' Wi-Fi, sorry, it's going to happen. You know, whatever you got to do to make it work for you, you know, it's worth investing in, and it's worth looking into, because I do solely believe that the Garcinia, no matter what brand, although Walmart's still on my back burner because I get mixed reviews on the Walmart, so I wouldn't suggest the Walmart just yet because I still haven't had really strong good results on it. But as far as all the other Garcinia products out there, people are having good results, so I believe in it. I really do. So until next week, you guys have a good week, and like I said, if you want to talk, just find me on Facebook and that, or comment on YouTube, because I still do try to reply to all of them, and I don't think I've missed any of them. So and I mean, I might not get right back to you, but I will get back to you. So, you know, you guys have a good one. Have a good week. Bye.